Good evening, it's Kuro. Got a replay I'm going over the map Shatter, specifically the east side of the map, uh, for the opening deployment. Try to get people to understand sort of how this map plays. So, going over the matchmaking, we've got a bunch of fat boats, potentially radar Minotaur, but this being random battle, it's probably smoke. Got a Cleveland, so there's radar there. And DD wise, Kleber, Tashkent, Benham, and Benson. The Kleber and the Tashkent are going to affect how I approach my flank, and I'll explain to that once I get to that situation. But basically, the misplays that I see here are, and you're going to see it in the chat. The team gets confused. Why isn't the destroyer sailing to the cap? And this is one of the few caps in the games that a DD does not cap. Period. It's obviously if you can cap it later, as you know, everybody's moving through here, go ahead and do it. But if there's still stuff to shoot, you need to have your butt out here on the 8, 9, 10 line, spotting for your team. And what can actually happen is, for example, if this Cleveland sailed up here, he can sit right in the top part of the cap. And if I'm out here spotting, he can sit here and just shoot right over this ledge of the island and just farm the hell out of all the battleships. Now, this is the moment in time that the enemy composition is going to start making me make some changes. Normally, I would be tempted to push aggressively up in front of this island, but because I'm up against faster, really fast gunboats, I'm not in a destroyer that really has a lot of gun DPM. I'm going to take the safe route, and I'm going to go around the backside of this island. And see the Jean Bart. The cap is so much more important than to flank and try to torp. It's not the torps. The torps aren't the issue. It's the spotting. You guys can't shoot. These guys can't shoot anything if nobody's out here spotting. Now the Z23 has said he's going to go B to C. B is risky in my opinion with a Minotaur on the map. If I'm a Minotaur, B cap is an area where I'm interested in. Particularly if I could play this gap. You've got cross shots into here. You can throw torps into the cap, torps into B. There's a lot of nasty stuff you can do here. So I'm not wild about the Z23 going to B cap just aggressively like that. Now me, I pushed up here, I spotted the Tashkent, I'm doing my spotting, I've even spotted this Cleveland back here for the team. And right here, you can see the effect that this is having for my team. All of these guys are lit. If I was back here on the cap, I might only be able to spot this Alsace, maybe the Georgia if I'm sitting right here in the cap. Which if I'm sitting here in the cap, this Cleveland, his radar can basically expose me to the enemy team. He could even push in here and keep me hydroed for the team and really compound the situation. So this is just a much better position for a destroyer to play this end of the map. Let the cruisers, let the battleships sit in here, contest the cap. Well, they shoot and hold down this edge. They've got the armor and stuff and the hit points to tank those hits. Now, regarding my positioning, this Tashkent's finally decided, the hell with it, and he's going to push me because he's not really being shot at by my team. And I am in the process of ambushing this guy. If you notice, I've popped my speed boost, but I'm dropping my speed. My plan is I'm basically going to open up on this Tashkent, and I'm going to try to bait him into shooting me. And when he shoots me, almost all of these Russian destroyer players are running AFT. What happens? He's going to get spotted by my Republic. and that's going to leave me with a very good damage dealing opportunity on this guy, where I am sitting in my smoke safely and just able to hammer down this Tashkent. So, waiting, get detected.
Smoke generator started.
And there's, you can see the effect right there. He shot, he ended up getting detected. Now he's trying to panic smoke, and he's too fast for that. This is his speed working against him. I just broke his engine again, and he's gone. Summers does not have very good DPM, but she's got alpha for days, and you know, she can really hit like a truck. Now here I am scooting up into this edge of my smoke. I just want to make sure that I basically stay away from any sort of torpedoes that if that Tashkent could have got any off. I don't think he did, but just want to be on the safe side just in case. Alsace had eaten 4 of my torps, so just putting some pressure on him right now, see if I can get a fire. Somebody got a fire. The Alsace is going down. And just keep cycling through targets. Now, it is important also to note that this Republic, he's in the cap. Look what happens when these battleships are dealing with my torpedoes out here. My torpedoes are coming in this angle. The Republic's right here. He's almost got perfect broadside shots when my torpedoes are flying by these guys. So you've got some really good crossfire potential. If this Georgia angles at the Republic, he's opening himself up to my torpedoes. Just really good synergy here. This is how you win this. This is how you win CCAP. Minotaur, like I said, he's making the play for BCAP. My Z-23 just has to run off. He's probably even hydro spotted by the Cleveland. That's just a really ugly position to be in. And again, it's one of those reasons why destroyers need to be really careful playing around these islands trying to cap. Just because it's so easy to get killed. Now, this Minotaur is being overly aggressive chasing, and might be opening himself up to a world of hurt. Now back to what I'm doing here. Just using my smoke, dealing damage. And now that we've killed 2 battleships and a destroyer on this flank, it's time to start pushing it. I know I've got a Benham out here pushing me. He's probably trying to torp my Musashi, so I want to push up here and see if I can spot this guy. Sommers craps on Benham. Benham is the weakest of the torpedo boats, with only four 127 millimeter U.S. Navy or U.S. destroyer guns. Here a little bit of blind firing. He's going to slide forward in the smoke. Now he's going to be going backwards. And one more to the back. And again, those are pre-programmed shots. That's just what most people do in the smoke. I've got an idea how fast his ship accelerates, decelerates, changes speed into reverse, and I'm just able to take that lead just based off memory. With nothing, obviously nothing was spotting me there. If at any point my shells had missed, I would turn around and fire a volley to the front, see if I pick him up to the front, and just keep working, you know, that smoke. As long as I'm not detected, it's very unlikely he's going to be able to deal any sort of damage to me, as long as I don't eat torps. It's one of those situations where it gets really dangerous stopping in your smoke against a destroyer player that knows how to blind fire smoke, because you end up stationary in your smoke, whereas he's got a full head of steam going on. You end up where you just don't have the ability to dodge like he does. So here, torpedoes are up, just flooding this entire gap, right through the cap. If this Cleveland steps out, maybe I pick him up. This is just really multi-purpose torps. It's aimed at the Benson, the Minotaur, all of this crap through here. Maybe I can catch the Hipper, who knows. But there's a lot of potential right in there at the moment, so throwing all the torpedoes in there. Trying to tell my Mogador he does not need to be in here. Now, uh, my battleships are gonna wrap around this. Cleveland's gonna squirt out. There he is. This is my mistake. This map. I should have kited much further north when I came around. I should not be anywhere near this close. I mean, my detection is 5.8. He's 5.8 right now. We're under 100 meters for concealment, and it's a Cleveland and a Minotaur. The Minotaur is not really going to do anything to me because I'm angled away, but this Cleveland could make life difficult. So I'm just keeping things lit. My Mogador, he's going for it. I mean, it's obviously going to be a win, so I kind of get it, but I think he could have had a more productive game if he would have played a little longer. So he doesn't quite kill the Cleveland. I go on ahead and I just start opening up on the Cleveland. Switch targets to the Minotaur. My battleships are on it. Minotaur's dead. And now I'm going to push in here and cap C. Now on the way I'm going to take any sort of opportunistic shots I have on these battleships back in here. But at this point, you know, you can see the effect where killing the enemy team means more than cap control. They had all of these ships in here, you know, trying to contest the caps and play all cute in here, and they never got C. They got B from the Minotaur, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. If your team has better spotting, um, it allows your team to take better defensive positions where they can preserve their hit points. And the enemy team, they have to reach out there, expose their ship, trying to spot stuff, and they end up bleeding HP faster, and eventually they're just gonna go down. Here I'm just trying to get any sort of damage I can out of the game. This is a mistake as well. I should already just be sailing for B cap. I'm not. This is a waste of time here. Figured I'd point that out to you because this is an efficiency issue. Now, I pushed through the gap here because I don't really know where the Kleber's at. And if I was this Kleber, well, at this point I know he's on A cap. I'm already sort of committed this way, but if I was the Kleber, I would not really want to mess with the Hindenburg. He's got pretty fast shells. I would actually be tempted to be sailing right around here. Take some shots as you go. Get out here and see if you can farm some of these battleships. So C cap's fully neutralized. I'm gonna move through B cap. Now this move through here also has the added benefit that if this Kleber had went from A to B, potentially he could kill this Irian. It's really low HP. It also safeguards the Georgia in case he's pushing through here trying to YOLO torp or something like that. Now my RPF had quickly switched up in here, and that lets me know that the Kleber actually went this way. So I know the Kleber is that way. I'm going to go ahead and try to take these shots on the curve first here. Again, just trying to get some extra damage. You know, it makes your world go round. No longer using the island, or the island's not concealing me. Even if the Kleber is not spotted, it tells me basically he's here, here, or here. So curve first goes down. At this point, the Kleber really can only sail in this direction. So I'm going to push through here towards A and try to pick this fight with them. Now, fighting the Kleber, what I don't want to do is eat a full duration main battery reload booster. It's a sure way to die quickly and bloody in a destroyer. So, what I'm looking to do is, obviously it's a Kleber. I'm taking a big lead on it. You can see that that lead is just about perfect. And I'm just gonna smoke here. I'm trying to bait him throwing his main battery reload booster out there. I think he could have torped me, so I'm gonna go ahead bail on the smoke. Gonna throw my torpedoes out here. And again, just push in here. This is obviously gonna finish the game, but gonna try to line up some follow-up shots on the Kleber and wrap this game up. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below. I hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.